In the fall of 1983, fear gripped Sarpy County and many surrounding communities. 13-year-old Danny Jo Eberle and 12-year-old Christopher Walden were abducted, tortured, and brutally murdered. Lisa Summers was a classmate of one of the victims.
He was a year younger than me, but he's very well liked. I know several teachers that knew him and his family. And I know somebody in particular that actually wears a ring that he made in Boy Scouts, and she still wears it to this day. So he made an impact on a lot of people's lives. It was at Mission Junior High. They were young kids. They were innocent, just going about their daily lives when they were abducted. It changed a lot of lives in Bellevue and in Sarpy County altogether. There were times we couldn't go outside. We weren't able to go out to play. We couldn't see our friends. Watching every step we took.
Dozens of volunteers, from citizens to firefighters, searched for the boys until their bodies were found in lonely areas of the county, both 3 days after being abducted.
For 3 hours, FBI and local police investigators probed the crime scene.
A task force of 150 local, state, and federal officers felt enormous pressure to find the killer before he struck again.
People would stop you on the street, or neighbors would come up and say, "Hey, can you tell me anything? What's going on? What's going on?" Parents were very, very worried. I mean, you could go to the malls or the grocery store or whatever. Parents were tethering their kids to them. Tethering their kids to them.
Retired Captain John Kuser was the deputy who took a missing persons report from the parents of Christopher Walden.
As soon as she retrieved and showed me his school picture, if you put the two boys together, yeah, they're not identical, but they could be brothers or they could be cousins. And I says, that's just what I thought. We have another one. From those days forward, everything changed.
In my years of law enforcement, I've never witnessed anything similar to this. And I think that the individual who's responsible for these acts is very sick, spineless, a coward.
Sheriff Jeff Davis still holds a key piece of evidence recovered from the killer's car. Sheriff Davis, then a deputy, located the vehicle.
We had gone 3 months into this, and they still hadn't found where this rope was manufactured. You always knew if you found this rope, you probably had the person, because it was so unique. How many other people are going to have this rope?
The Eberle-Walden Victim Memorial is dedicated not to just them, but other victims of crime in Sarpy County who might feel alone in finding justice. Bonnie Moore is Sarpy County Chief Deputy County Attorney.
We look at the crime victim as this is a person who's hurting, who didn't want to be in this position, and that we're going to help and support as best as we can. Whenever we encounter a crime victim, we listen. We try to understand where they're coming from and try to give them the support and the comfort in knowing that we're on their side and that they have an advocate for them. There's people going into the courthouse today that are there because they have been victims of violent crimes, and we need them to know that they're not alone, that we're there to support them, that there is hope. There's a way through this, and justice can be served.
Hopefully victims will know that we're thinking of them. We're aware that they're still in pain, and I would encourage them to contact Victim Witness. All crimes have victims, and they affect people in different ways, and we can't forget that they may be hurting, they need help. This brings that to people's attention, and hopefully when they walk away, they'll think differently about it.